Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us for this week's Creative Tuesdays with the Life program. My name's Maya,
And I'm Haley.
and this week we're going to be building some mazes. This is an example of the maze that I built. Let's give it a try.
Can't wait.
So what you're going to need for this activity is a box lid. This is mine, and Haley's got one too. Both of our boxes are pretty big, but you could use any kind of small or big lid that you find. You're also going to need some glue. I'm going to use a hot glue gun, and Haley has a different plan.
I'm going to use white glue, but it's going to take a lot longer to dry than it would with hot glue. So I'll just have to wait longer before I can actually use the maze.
And then you also need some items to build your maze. So I have some pencils, I've got a glue stick, I've got popsicle sticks, and the old marker that's dyed. But you can really use anything around your house. Haley has lots of other options as well.
I have toilet paper rolls. I have kind of a pool noodle, an old mint container, some pen caps, and I also have some popsicle sticks.
And lastly, you'll just need a ball to roll around in your maze once it's all done. So the first step to making our lid maze is I'm going to draw a starting point and an ending point with my markers, just so that I know what my plan is going to be while I make my maze.
And I'm going to draw just my start because I'm not sure with my supplies if I'm actually going to know where my end will be until I glue it all down.
So now that I have my starting point and my ending points, I am going to start gluing some items down in my maze. So I'm going to start with a marker here. And you'll notice that I'm using hot glue, which can work really well for something like this, but it also is really hot. So you'll need to be careful with the glue. And one great idea that Haley had for protecting against hot glue burns is wearing a garden glove while you're gluing. And then you don't have to worry about getting burned.
I'm going to start gluing with my white glue, but the difference for me is I have to hold my pieces down so that they stick. Otherwise, they'll just fall off because I'm only using white glue.
It's really tricky to make sure that your maze aisles are big enough to fit the ball that you chose. So I chose this ball, and I'm just going to put it in the starting spot and just give it a test just to make sure that my aisles are big enough. Oh no, I think I glued a popsicle stick down too close to the edge and the ball I chose is not going to fit. So I guess I better move it out a little bit and reglue it. No big deal.
I'm going to use my toilet paper roll for my marble to go right through as part of my maze.
That's a cool idea. Sometimes I like to take a look at where something is going to be glued down before I glue it. So I'll line it up and then I'll make a plan for gluing. You could also draw out your maze before you start or as you go to help you have a plan.
If I was doing this with a partner, I might be the one to glue and my partner might be the one to put the stuff down, and then we could take turns and swap.
I'm excited to see your maze, Haley. Maybe next time we get to see each other, we could try out each other's mazes.
That'd be super exciting. And Maya, I just thought of something super cool.
What's
I have
that?
this mint container, and I was gonna just use it as a wall, but I think I might make this my end, that the marble has to go into the container.
Whoa, that is such a good idea. think I'm done.
I think I'm going to put a trick spot where if you go one way, it's a dead end.
Ooh, that sounds fun. This is my finished maze.
This is my finished maze. I can't tilt it too much or everything will slide over with all the wet glue right now.
All right, it's time for me to try out my maze. Here we go. I know I need to be nice and gentle as I go to make sure that the ball doesn't go over the edges. All right, all done.
Okay, I'm ready to test out my maze. I thought another way you could make it even harder is if you cut a hole somewhere in the box that you have to make sure your marble doesn't fall through. That could make it an extra challenge. Okay, here goes nothing. I know I have to go nice and slow or it's gonna jump over the popsicle sticks.
Thanks for joining us this week for maze building. We look forward to seeing you next week for another fun craft. Bye.
Bye.